Last constructed and added to the event. A large crowd turned out for the free event held at Emancipation Park in St. Andrew. Heavy Rankin has the details.
The high energy praise and worship session started with the 120 voice choir singing His Name is Jehovah, remixing Damian Jr. Bob Marley's Welcome to Jamrock. The choir entered the stage, decked in t-shirts branded City of Kingston on the front and Jamaica on the back. Throughout the show, they sang many traditional praise and worship choruses with some lesser-known songs. About 1 hour into the 2-hour event, Kanye also shared his question, explaining how for years he wanted to commit his life to Jesus, but gave in to fear and distractions.
See, I remember when I was working on The Life of Pablo, I wanted to do a gospel album. But I didn't know how to really be saved, and we as Christians, we get so beat up out the room, like, don't tell me what to do, don't tell me how to really be saved, don't tell me how to really follow Christ. And it ain't about pointing fingers at who following Christ the wrong way, because the truth is inside the Word. It's your personal relationship with God.
International recording artist Kanye West. Music director for Kanye West's Sunday service, Jason White, thanked Jamaica for the warm welcome given to the choir.
We're going on, but I just want to say thank you all of the officials, all of the governments, the open door that Jamaica has given us, the minister, the prime minister, all of the officials, the airport, these wonderful police officers. They've loved us for the last 2 days and shown us nothing but kindness. Thank God.
Music director for Kanye West's Sunday service, Jason White. News emerged on Wednesday that the American rapper would be taking his concert series outside of the United States for the first time. The idea to host the weekly service in Jamaica reportedly came from one of Kanye's employees, who is Jamaican. Debbie Ann Wright reporting for RJR News.
And Entertainment Minister Babsy Gray says Kanye West spent $1 million on yesterday's event. According to Ms. Grange, Kanye's entourage paid for its own air charter and hotel accommodation. A statement from Ms. Grange said the group spent a substantial amount on technical services provided by local suppliers, while several Jamaicans were hired to handle the production. The cost of the facilities provided was also covered by Kanye. And CEO of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, Robert Hill, says the issues with the planning for the Kanye West event underscore the need to establish entertainment zones.
We realize that we are going to improve entertainment options and develop over time, and this is the research, and we will make sure that in going forward, we take all lessons from this event and we use it as as a learning experience to create justification for entertainment goals across the city. We understand that our promoters are extremely creative, and as you know, Kingston is an entertainment hub. It's a music city. It is a city of creative arts, and we want to support any support that we want to have the geographic zones.
CEO of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. The police are reporting that 480 persons have been arrested and charged since the imposition of the state of emergency in St. Catherine 6 weeks ago. Ground Commander for the State of Emergency in St. Catherine, Senior Superintendent Wilfred Campbell, says close to 500 rounds of ammunition were also seized.
For the entire parish, during the 6 weeks that we have been operating, we would have seized firearms along with 467 of ammunition. We executed a number of warrants throughout the division.
Ground Commander for the State of Emergency in St. Catherine, Superintendent Wilfred Campbell. And SSD Campbell says that the St. Catherine North Police Division has reported a marginal increase in some categories of crime since the start of the year. These include shootings, robberies, break-ins, rape, and larceny. However, there is a reduction in murders.
A lot of your crime analysis shows that after this time, you are 74 murders since the start of the year, as against 82 for the comparative period. So we're doing pretty well. That's very good. However, shooting
that have died. The confirmed 27 of so far. So in November this hopefully will reflect as we go. We continue that process up to next year.
Director of Elections, Glasspool Brown. Mr. Brown was addressing a JIS think tank on Thursday. It is anticipated that the names of close to 200,000 dead electors will be removed under the exercise by the end of 2020. National Integrity Action, NIA, is calling for more to be done to facilitate Jamaicans who want to play an active role in the fight against corruption. NIA Executive Director Professor Trevor Monroe says a recent survey shows nearly 80% of Jamaicans believe corruption has been a serious problem which plagued successive administrations. The survey also revealed that 60 to 70% of Jamaicans want to get involved in combating corruption.
And that is a very heartwarming sign because similar surveys that have been done globally, the average, last one I saw of 107 different countries, the average percentage of persons who want to get involved in the combat of corruption is about 53%, well below the Jamaican average. And that's really an indication of the level of awareness that's growing and the willingness to assert oneself.
Professor Monroe says more channels should be created to help tackle corruption.
If so many people are willing to get involved, then we have to put our hearts and minds together to find a way to facilitate that involvement so that it doesn't get frustrated. To facilitate it, I would say every denomination should have an integrity committee, something somewhere where people can express their views not only within the parish community, but also be encouraged to call the talk shows, to participate in current developments, post on social media, so that more voices can be heard and more channels available for those who wish to get involved, to be so involved.
Executive Director of National Integrity Action, Professor Trevor Monroe. He was speaking on Wednesday at an Integrity Forum in St. Andrew. Antigua and Barbuda's ambassador to the Organization of American States, OAS, Sir Ronald Saunders, is urging the 15-member CARICOM grouping not to abandon Haiti, where opposition forces are demanding the resignation of President Jovenel Moïse. On Monday, CARICOM said it was deeply concerned over the protracted political crisis in Haiti, saying it is still awaiting a response from the French-speaking country for a prime ministerial delegation to visit. Sir Ronald says apart from an unusually vague statement issued by OAS Secretary General Luis Almagro earlier this week, the hemispheric body, which has been active in other countries, has been conspicuously silent. CARICOM Chairman and St. Lucian Prime Minister Alan Chastanet, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, and Bahamian Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Menis were mandated by regional leaders at their summit in July to undertake the visit. However, the plans to visit Haiti have been placed on hold as the situation worsened. British MPs are debating the Prime Minister's Brexit deal amid uncertainty about whether the decisive vote on it will go ahead. Prime Minister Boris Johnson is trying to convince MPs to support the agreement he secured with the European Union in Parliament's first Saturday session in 37 years. Mr. Johnson told MPs that any delay beyond October 31 would be corrosive, but MPs will debate a proposal that could delay Brexit again until all the necessary UK legislation is passed. Common Speaker John Bercow had chosen an amendment that passed will require the Prime Minister to write to the EU by the end of the day to ask for a 3-month extension to Brexit. Students at a Wisconsin school have protested against the firing of a black security guard after he used a slur. Alan Anderson was sacked for repeating the N-word while scolding a black pupil who addressed him with the epithet. Mr. Anderson was axed on October 9 to help remove an unruly teen who then began directing racial abuse at him. He was sacked from West High School in the city of Madison on Wednesday. Scores of students staged a walkout yesterday in the Midwestern U.S. state's capital city to demonstrate against the dismissal. Mr. Anderson's son, 17-year-old Noah Anderson, who is president of the school's Black Student Union, led the walkout. It has been revealed that Boeing employees exchanged instant messages about issues with the automated safety system on the 737 MAX as it was being certified in 2016. In documents provided by Boeing to lawmakers, a pilot wrote that he had run into unexpected trouble during tests. The Federal Aviation Administration pulled the document concerning and said it was asking Boeing for an immediate explanation for the delay in turning over the documents, which Boeing provided to lawmakers ahead of hearings this month. The safety system has been tied to two deadly crashes that killed 346 people. An Ethiopian Airlines 737 MAX crashed only minutes after takeoff from Addis Ababa in March, killing all of 157 people on board. The same type, flown by the Indonesian airline Lion Air, crashed into the sea 5 months earlier in October 2018, shortly after taking off from Jakarta. That incident claimed the lives of 189 people. And now to end this newscast, here are the main points. Despite initial concern about Kanye West's concert yesterday, last-minute planning by authorities resulted in an incident-free event. Police reporting that 480 persons have been arrested and charged since the imposition of the state of emergency in St. Catherine. St. Catherine man who accumulated 506 traffic tickets offered bail. Names of nearly 70,000 dead persons to be removed from the voters list. And that's the latest RJR News. I'm Derek Willis.
RJR News, consistently credible. RJR News.
Here's one Gold Cup. Bailey's last appearance for Jamaica came on September 9 against Guyana away. 4 Jamaicans have been selected in the CONCACAF Nations League B Team of the Week following performances in the competition recently. Central defenders Adrian Mariappa and Damian Lowe are in the team alongside 19-year-old Lamar Walker and Malik Foster. Mariappa and Lowe combined well as Jamaica kept 2 clean sheets against Aruba, while Foster scored twice and Walker scored once. The League B Team of the Week is rounded up by 2 Dominicans, 2 El Salvadorians, 1 Nicaraguan, a Vincentian, and 1 Belize national. October 26 is the date set for the decision to be made on the future of Hugh Menzies as head coach of the Reggae Girls. JEB President Michael Ricketts has revealed that the decision will be made following a board meeting on that day. Menzies